Hey everybody, Logan here, and today, well, we're only gonna discuss one thing from that garbage fire, that crap fest, like we called it, the game awards, the paid off awards, the pander to a narrative awards kind of thing. It was probably the worst game awards since where they chose Madden to be game of the year all those many years ago. There were a handful of games there that I thought were rather decent. I think Exodus is going to be a promising one. Visions of Mana. The mech game. What was it called? Mech Breaker? I think I have it right here. What's it called? Mech Breaker? Mecha Break. And, of course, Monster Hunter. Those were very promising. But I think Exodus is going to get a lot of backfire because it feels like a very classic style game with just good characters and solid looking gameplay. Ex-BioWare devs, I'm looking forward to it. Keep it on track. But with that being said, another announcement was made. And it looks like it might be an Xbox exclusive. And well, you guys clicked on the title card so you know what I'm talking about. It's Blade. So apparently a lot of Sony ponies are getting their panties in a twist because they're mad that it's going to be, or could possibly be, I think it should be, an Xbox exclusive. Hey, PlayStation, you guys got that winner of Spider-Man 2. Oh, wait, it didn't win a dang thing now, did it? Not saying it's a bad game. I haven't had time to play it because I'm playing a game that got snubbed completely, which is RoboCop, probably one of the best games of the year and should have been nominated for many, many things. But hey. And there's also Wolverine. And apparently that Wolverine game is going to be taking place in the Spider-Man universe, the Sony Spider-Man game verse, whatever you want to call it. So that's already a negative. Because Spider-Man 2's universe they set up, not my favorite. But with that out of the way, being said and everything, Blade is being made by the people at Arcane. Let's get into this article from Windows Central. I bet you're like, oh, but it's a Microsoft fans. No, it's not. It's just news. So, the article reads, Microsoft and Xbox announced Marvel's Blade at the Game Awards, but could it also be coming to PlayStation? This article makes some pretty decent points, but my opinion is I don't think it should. And I don't think it will. It's gonna come to PC, of course. The Game Awards wrapped up last night, or early morning if you're Brit, like the gentleman who wrote this, and within, Microsoft and Xbox had an impressive showing throughout. Microsoft announced OD. I don't know how I feel about that, because Kojima's good, but what's his name? I'm not a big fan of his horror movies. They're just... I saw, what was it? Us in the theaters and I fell asleep. Peel something. I can't remember his name. From Hideo Kojima alongside Marvel's Blade, built by Arcane Lion of Dishonored fame. Dishonored was a good game. I'm not a big fan of stealth unless it's Metal Gear, and I did like some of the Splinter Cell games. Assassin's Creed, it depends on the Assassin's Creed, but I'm not a big stealth guy. But Dishonored, it was a pretty alright game. I thought it was pretty solid, and it got a lot of great reviews. A lot of people still love it. Baldur's Gate 3 also shadow dropped onto Xbox during the show after a lengthy period of optimization for the Xbox Series S. I can care less. It shouldn't be called Baldur's Gate 3. It's just Baldur's hookup, have relations with everything you can touch, because that's all it was about. And I wish I didn't pay that $80 for it for the PlayStation version, but hey, it is what it is. And referencing a video I did yesterday about Baldur's Gate 3 possibly coming to Game Pass, people were like, "Oh, if you're fake, it's a lie." No, just because it didn't come day and date doesn't mean they're not working on it. Inside the meeting I referenced, they are working on it. They are discussing it. That doesn't mean Baldur's Gate will never come to Game Pass. Think about it that way before you start mouthing off, Sony ponies. It's mind-numbingly hurts trying to listen and trying to wrap your mind around such stupid arguments. However, controversy swirls. Let's get back to this article. When we wrote up our Blade announcement, meaning Windows Central here, article, we did so based on prior knowledge of the event. While our sources were 100% correct about it being Blade, we have yet to have 100% confirmation that it will be Xbox exclusive, despite it being suggested to us that it is. Xbox is building it, right? And it seems to address the criticism of Microsoft not having an answer to PlayStation Spider-Man, which remains one of the most compelling reasons to get a PlayStation 5 in general. I like that because, yeah, well, unless you like having 3 versions of Last of Us or 3 versions of Last of Us 2, which are not that great. The first one was alright, second one was trash. However, as you can see based on the trailer above, there's no mention of platforms whatsoever. There's also no mention of platforms on the Blade website, which describes the game as thus. In Marvel's Blade, Eric Brooks is a legendary daywalker, half man, half vampire, torn between the warm society of the living and the rushing power of the undead. From Bethesda and Arcane Lion, Marvel's Blade is a mature, single-player, third-person game set in the heart of Paris, now in development in collaboration with Marvel Games. I just want him to go, as long as I get Blade, and he goes, Gucci goo. Gucci goo. Remember that word, Blade Trinity? Okay, I like Blade Trinity. I like the Blade movies, and they're some of my favorite Marvel, non-MCU Marvel movies of all time. And if you got a problem with that, well, bite me. Get it? Because he's a vampire? Bite me. Okay. Oh, with that being said, yeah, we know it's not going to be Wesley Snipes, but what if it kind of looks like him? Or is it going to be based on this new guy? I remember the new guy. I can't remember his name. For the life of me, I have a hard time remembering actors' names. But he didn't like how they were making Blade a big wimp and a side character in his own movie. He's like, I'm not doing it until you change it. And apparently they're changing it. So, good on him. A lack of information is buzzing if Blade is Xbox exclusive. Wouldn't Microsoft be yelling it from the rafters? If Blade isn't Xbox exclusive, isn't it just deceptive and seeding confusion by not telling people up front? Either way, we've asked Microsoft to offer a comment and clarify. But here's a few possible scenarios. All right. It's going to be Microsoft exclusive. What does that mean? Same thing. It's going to be Xbox and PC. Because that's what Microsoft does. They want you to play it on every platform available. Now, I'm thinking, before I read the rest, I'm thinking we might get a console exclusivity first, because just the way the other Marvel games went, I'm just assuming, and just kind of spitballing here, that we might see it Xbox XS first and PC afterwards, after a short period of time, very short period of time, just because of the whole console wars kind of thing, which is silly, but whatever, is what it is. So that's just spitballing, like I said. It's just taking a shot in the dark. Microsoft and Disney are still in negotiations. Perhaps Microsoft and Disney are still negotiating on how much each will profit from the venture and how much of a premium Microsoft may or may not have to pay for their exclusivity badge. Boom. Previous court decisions suggest that Machine Games and Disney's Indiana Jones game will be Xbox exclusive, but there's been absolutely no marketing-oriented official confirmation yet on that either. Microsoft likes to hold things and go, boom, only on Xbox during their own video packages and press releases and conferences. We've seen it over the decades that Microsoft loves. Console exclusive, Xbox exclusive. It's just kind of the things that they like. So they might be holding it for something first party event, I guess you could say. Perhaps Microsoft thinks speculation over platforms will help drive discussion and thus viral marketing. Booyaka. I somehow doubt this, since right now it's just creating frustration and negative vibes. Negative vibes. Not really, dude. People don't know what to expect of the Xbox platform. it's only creating negative vibes amongst Sony ponies, amongst the PlayStation fanboys, amongst regular gamers, you know, all of us who play everything. We're like, cool, let's see where this goes. You know, it's cool competition, because competition creates a positive. It creates money. It creates quality. You need competition in order to strive. Perhaps it really is coming to PlayStation as well, and while it would be great for many people to get to play the game as possible, it would also just further erode the Xbox platform credibility of competitiveness. Correct. It should not. It should just be on Xbox platform. So, Xbox previously used arguments in its Activision court cases that its games are more accessible than ever with the affordable Series S and cloud gaming on phones versus TVs, Xbox Game Pass, and PC day and date launches. Correct. I can play all my Xbox games here that can cloud stream. I can play them on my new device that I will show tomorrow in a rather lengthy video. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn that bell on for notifications so you can see what beautiful machine I got. And soon you'll be able to play it on TVs via cloud as well, or just your beautiful Xbox. And I've got a Series X right here if you're wondering. That's what I'm tapping. See? Xbox. It could also be this: Microsoft is still fighting the FTC over Activision Blizzard deal in the United States. Hard stop. Yes. I saw an article about 2 days ago that said the FTC is trying to bring that back up. So with that being said, that could definitely be a reason, and I think it's just nonsense, and it's just time to stop. The FTC is just ridiculous right now. So let's get back. The FTC's arguments hinge on the idea that Microsoft could withhold games from PlayStation, such as Call of Duty. And they could, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's a thing called exclusives. Imagine if Nintendo did that back in the day with EA. Say Nintendo had bought EA and then took all the Madden and the NHL away from Sega back in the day. Nobody would bat an eye. But because, you know, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? And that PlayStation community is very squeaky. Microsoft may be acting via an abundance of care as to not add fuel to the FTC's spurious arguments, given the fact that the exclusive games are how companies compete in the console space. It should also be noted PlayStation posted on X, I like X better now, about every game from the Game Awards except Hideo Kojima's OD and Arcane's Blade. Shocker! In any case, the confusion threatens to overshadow the teaser trailer itself. I disagree. Too often does it feel like Microsoft and Xbox announcements come with some kind of confusion or caveat attached, whereas Xbox competitors are by and large far more consistent with messaging and delivery. That is true. What I think is going to happen is this is going to be an Xbox exclusive, being Xbox PC. And the PC version will come out a little later, even though I know they want to work something because Disney's not in a good spot themselves, and rightfully so. They've made more than 1 million mistakes. So Disney's probably going to go to Microsoft and say, all right, you guys are doing better than we are. You've made your mistakes. We've made our mistakes. We've made more than you. But whatever it is, we need the money. So Microsoft would probably say, all right, let's settle this. We'll make a deal. It's going to be Xbox exclusive and then PC as soon as they possibly can. Putting it on PlayStation, I don't think it's going to happen because the whole Wolverine and Spider-Man thing. I think it just makes sense. Now, the article makes a lot of good points. Some I agree with, some I don't. But basically, I think what's going to happen is this is an exclusive. And a big tell is that Sony didn't say boo about it when it came to Blade and OD. I think that means a big thing. Something big right there. So, time will tell. We'll see. But as of right now, don't be a fanboy of anything. These companies that put out plastic boxes don't care about you. They care about your money. Worry about your own money. Worry about your own finances. Worry about what's in and out of your pocket. Not a loyalty to a black box or white panel black box or whatever you want to call it from a company that doesn't care about you or what you want or think or believe. Remember that. Just play your games. You like certain video game, play it. Doesn't matter if you're playing on PC, doesn't matter if you're playing on Switch, doesn't matter if you're playing it on Xbox, doesn't matter if you're playing it on PlayStation. It doesn't matter. Just play it, enjoy it. Don't be a D-bag. Fanboys suck of all kinds. Just be cool. Remember that. So, fanboyism's gone, and it's funny because that's really what this video was about, and I've gone on long enough. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Sorry about no episode of Ready to Start podcast last night with the Game Awards and everything, and then Nick having some issues. It just didn't make sense to do it. We will be back next week, and we're going to talk all about it and rant. And go watch Click to Enlarge Nick's latest video. He's got some good takes. So thank you guys so much. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.